What's going on?
Yo,
I'm
yo.
DJ Hazmat.
Yeah, and I'm Matty Wills.
Welcome to the Father's Day edition of Matt
Yeah.
and Matt Sports. Happy Father's Day, bro.
No. Happy Father's Day. Happy Happy
Whoa.
Sunday. Happy Father's Day to you. I don't know. It's been a long weekend, bro.
Must have been a good Father's Day.
Long day.
It's all rivalry. You know what I mean?
We chilling, man. We chilling. Been watching a lot of basketball late night. The NBA playoffs, maybe. I don't know if I want to rate it a higher excitement period than over the NFL playoffs, but I certainly do enjoy the fact that there's so many like really good games on almost every night. The only thing that sucks is, especially in the first couple of rounds, some of these games will keep you up to 1 o'clock in the morning, but it's all good.
Hey, I don't have to get up as early as you do, so I'm good.
So you don't care, right?
Yeah. You're only complaining. Only the people that complain are the ones that have to get up at a certain time of morning, and that's you.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
It don't bother me. I'll stay up and watch.
Living a dream, man.
I'll tell you what. You know what happens to me?
What's
because
that?
I'm a little older, so I tend to like if I'm watching the games early on, I'll fall asleep on the game. But then,
oh yeah, I remember we had a football game that came on in the middle of the afternoon that you didn't watch the first 2 quarters of 1 week. But
these NBA games, here's what's been happening to me the whole NBA playoffs. Honestly, like I'm falling asleep on these games, even though they're exciting. It has nothing to do with that. I'm just old, and I take medicine, and sometimes I gotta lay down. You know what I mean? I gotta just let it happen. If my body tells me, hey, shut it down for a second, that's what it's gonna happen. But
I'm not mad at that.
The good thing for me is that they rerun these games at the wee hours of the morning. And normally when I fall asleep around 8, 9 o'clock watching the game, I'll wake up at 2, 3 in the morning just in time to see it again. So then I watch it, and nobody can spoil it for me because nobody's up to tell me anything about what's happening on the game, and I'll just watch the rerun and I'll still be caught up. So it's no harm, no foul.
Some of those replays actually you can catch them without all the commercials and without all the timeouts and all that. You can watch the whole game in an hour.
It's actually better to watch it during that time because you can. Yes, you're right. They skip you up. They'll jump in. They cut out all the BS. They'll put the commentator in. Hey, this is such and such. Thank you.
But you know what you don't get?
The time constraints. We want to skip you along to the good part of the freaking
right.
game.
What you don't get, though, since we opening up with NBA anyway and watching all these NBA playoff games, you don't get that last night. Listen, last night might be one of the best basketball games I've ever watched in my life. Game 7, Brooklyn Nets and the Milwaukee Bucks. It was at one point I'm texting my brother throughout the game because we may or may not put a couple dollars down on a bunch of these games throughout the week. And we talking about that. And yesterday I had wrote it down. There were like 20 lead changes and 10 ties in the fourth quarter. And at that point, at like midway point through the fourth quarter, nobody had a higher lead more than 5 points. Talk about just a close game that deserved to go into overtime. And once it went to OT, I really thought Milwaukee won that series, by the way, if you don't know by now. They beat Brooklyn in 7 games, but
you might want to lead with that.
Yeah. Well, going into overtime, I thought Milwaukee was cooked, but they came through, man. Giannis, they showed resolve. Really, Middleton came through with some big buckets down the stretch as well. But disappointing finish for Brooklyn. Another year, Kyrie Irving sits on the bench as his team is eliminated from the playoffs. What do you think about that?
Brooklyn out of here. You know what I'm saying? I just think that had they been able to be healthy, then I think a healthy big 3 of Brooklyn Nets beats Milwaukee all day. I don't even think it's close. Yeah. I don't think it goes to 7. I just think it happened. Just like you saw in the press conference afterwards with when James Harden talking about and all of his teammates talking about he's playing on one leg. I saw Blake Griffin. Why isn't Blake Griffin giving you more in a game, by the way?
He came through big on game 1, but he's over the hill, man. That's what
Blake Griffin is over the hill.
Have you watched any of his games lately?
I mean, he might look like he's over the hill, but age-wise, he shouldn't be over the hill. That's what I'm saying.
maybe not maybe he shouldn't be, but career wise,
he
his
he don't got
basketball
the funnies no more. He don't, his
not like
highlights
that.
are not
Not like
what
that.
they used to
Not
be.
the way that he used to have them. No.
That sucks.
And he can give you games and moments, but he's
This man
not going
was
to
jumping
play
over
for a quarter.
kids, man.
Yeah,
He was doing all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Now you have been relegated to like role player on the Brooklyn Nets. I'll just leave that
he's
alone.
their fourth or fifth
This
best
is the
player.
man that used to score 30 for you.
Yeah.
And so I'm thinking, okay, I don't have Kyrie. James Harden is gimpy, even though he still gave me 22 and 10.
22, 9, and 9. The boy was almost another play away from a triple-double. So he was hobbled, but he still affected the game. And if James Harden didn't play, Brooklyn might have got blown out in that game.
That's just true, but why can't I rely on Blake Griffin to step up? Has he accepted it in his career? I'm only going to give you this. I'm a role player now.
I think
Even
that he
though I
should.
used to be I
don't know if he has accepted that, but I think that he should.
I'll just say this. Congratulations to Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Big win for that franchise, man.
Because, they needed this. They've had this guy for a few years now, and they've gotten closer. It
could have got blown up. It could have got blown up.
Did they get to Eastern Conference Finals before?
I want to say they have, but I'll fact check that.
I don't feel like they've been right there. So now they have to face either the winner of either Atlanta, another game 7. That's why this
that game is going on right now.
Right, the game just getting started. So we got Ice Trae going up against Joel Embiid. Things got a little chippy in the last game. Him and Collins have been battling, man. And that dunk that Collins had, that alley-oop dunk with over Joel Embiid, and he mashed his face at the same time. Yeah. And Joel fell out and did the whole LeBron dramaticism. That's something.
Embiid was wilding. I'm a big fan of Joel Embiid. I love his confidence. He's another one of those kind of injury-prone guys, but I think that he's a really good personality. But he was wilding in that instance. He was wilding, and he was out of control.
No, if you really look at the video, because you're talking about when they fell on each other, they got tangled up. I'm not talking about because you're not talking about the dunk. He didn't wild.
I'm talking about when Embiid was moving into Collins with his hands up, but walking into him. You can't walk into somebody and have your hands up at the same time.
Sir, Ice Trae pushed him into Collins. Go watch the video. Gave him a nudge in the back that maybe forced his momentum into him. He kept his hands up. If somebody pushes you to the back no, I think Joel Embiid definitely was
took
doing
a couple steps on his own. Yeah, for sure.
But then Ice Trae shoved him in the back, and then he. Why didn't you have that video queued up, sir? If you're going to be talking about that.
Well, Trae Young is giving up 1.5 feet to Joel Embiid I'm not sure that he's going to just be pushing Joel Embiid around.
No, from the back. He pushed him in the back.
Saying from the back, bro.
I'm sorry. Stop being so sensitive. I'm just saying, Joel Embiid definitely got up and I'm not about to just walk away. I'm gonna be right here.
Right.
He was doing the instigative type tactics, but he got shoved in the back by Trae Young, trying to just protect his guy. But in trying to protect his guy, you literally pushed Joel Embiid into the guy. You got to go back and watch the video.
I'll check it out. I definitely would. I'm not saying I don't believe that there was some added momentum from other players that were around him in that moment, but it certainly looked like to me the biggest guy on the court was walking up on Collins.
Blame the big guy.
While also holding his hands up so he wouldn't get in trouble for it.
Oh, whatever.
In that game, though, that Nets game, did you watch the game live or did you watch the recap at 4 a.m.?
I didn't,
because there was a moment.
I didn't see any of the game, sir, because I was busy all day yesterday DJing and emceeing
the
annual Metro Health Cleveland Juneteenth Freedom Fest.
Well, we definitely want to hear your recap of your Juneteenth celebration yesterday, because I was right here on my futon most of the day, and I'll tell you what.
Of the action, so I had to get caught up. But
all right, well, before we wrap,
and I still got caught up.
Before we wrap on the NBA playoff talk, I mentioned how this. What's that?
Yeah, we got to talk about the West too. We only talked about the East.
All right. Well, do you want to do this Brooklyn video now or at the end of it? At the end of basketball.
Brooklyn video.
All right. So before we move on to the West, This play right here.
Yeah.
Watching this live was one of the most exciting moments of the entire playoffs. It might have been the most exciting moment of the entire playoff. Can you mute that? Yeah. So listen, this is what happened, man. You can see they're down 2. And Kevin Durant is actually upset with himself because if you look at his foot, when it plays one more time, look at Durant's size 28 foot or whatever he wears in the shoe size, right? If his foot was an inch further back behind that line, look where his foot is. Look where that pinky toe lands. It's right on the line, meaning that this is a tie game instead of a 1 game for Brooklyn, right? So he thought that the game was won at that moment. And then with Brooklyn being down most of that, we can end that video there. Thank you. With Brooklyn being down most of that fourth quarter, they fought back to that moment. And when they hit that shot, I'm thinking there's no way Milwaukee is going to win this game. But to the credit of the Bucks, Giannis and all of them, man, they went into overtime and they missed like their first 5 or 6 shots, but somehow found a way to win that game, man. But still legacy-defining series, I think, for KD in the loss, even because he had the 49-point triple-double in Game 5, that it was a must-win game, or Game 4 or Game 5, whatever game that was. And then last night had the 40-point joint again and went crazy. Just came up a little bit short. So Kyrie Irving, here's a little foreshadowing. Where you at, bro? Where you at?
I mean, KD, what he had, like 48, and Giannis Antetokounmpo had 40. So it was a classic battle of 2 long, skinny guys, skinny 7-footers who can handle the rock. So this is the future of the NBA. I mean, this is where we're at now. You know, with the big man, the 7-footer being able to handle the rock and be like the dominant ball handler of the team. But I would understand if Kevin Durant is mad at himself. I'd be mad at myself too. If my hair was that nappy with a bald spot in the top, that would piss me the freak off every single week. And that's why he talks with the attitude. And that's why I have a freaking greater respect for Kevin Durant, because Kevin Durant, when he's in his press conferences, this is not from back in the days when he was crying about his mom. You the real MVP.
That was at his MVP acceptance speech. That was cool, man.
But now when he talks, he just sounds like somebody I can relate to. You know what I'm saying?
Why is that exactly?
He just sounds, and you know how real recognize real. I guess that's what is going on right now with me and Kevin Durant. He don't pull no punches in what he say. You know what I'm saying? And
he doesn't care anymore.
I just respect the place that Kevin Durant is in his career. Yes, I dropped 48. If Kyrie wasn't hurt, we would have whooped y'all ass. It is what
that's factual.
You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is.
But you know what I'm saying? Before we move to the West, I know you want to talk about the West. I will say this in the defense of being kind of anti-Big 3. I'm not
to mention, let me say this before you say
go ahead.
Kevin Durant logged like 50 something minutes in that game. He never was on the bench.
Yeah.
So he was fatigued, still gave you 48. And the last shot just fell short. It was an air ball, and he didn't have the lift. He didn't have the lift anymore.
He was winded.
It is what it is, man. He gave you everything he had.
With Drew Holiday guarding him on that possession, I wouldn't have minded KD trying to get a little closer to the rim, but I know he wanted to be the hero. And hey, he probably makes that shot at least half the time. But I will say this: I'm glad. I think that while there's a thought that none of the big superstars are in the playoffs at this point right now, either due to injury.
None of the recognizable
most recognizable superstars, right? And I'm kind of happy that the Big 3, the team that everybody thought was just going to win the finals this year, lost. I'm happy that happened, because I don't want to see a bunch of players just going to a team and then we assume that the championship is going to follow, and then it automatically follows. Kind of like when LeBron went to South Beach and they lost in that first year. I was a LeBron hater at that point, but I was also happy, like, yeah, man, let's not just do this now with the NBA, where there's no mystery anymore. You know what I'm saying? And there's something to be said about teams that draft players and develop those players and then go far in the playoffs with those players. So I like to see that happening right now still as well. Okay. But there was a good game in the West earlier today too.
Okay, let me first shout out to our people that are commenting: Charles Yancey, Ozzy, Tremaine.
What up, Ozzy?
Everybody that's in here.
What up, Charles?
Yes. So yeah, I mean, it was a classic game. It was a game 7, so it's do or die. That was the first time either team had won on the road, and it happened in the game 7. So congratulations to the Milwaukee Bucks. Now let's move on over to the West.
Oh yeah,
because the Clippers, playoff P. People have been clowning playoff P for years because he hasn't been able to kind of step into his stardom when it comes to the postseason. But they got rid of the Utah Jazz,
#1 seed,
in game 6, not 7 games, game 6, without Kawhi Leonard, no doubt. And this was Paul George and
Terrence Mann in game 6 too. If you watch that game, Terrence Mann went crazy, and for sure.
Not enough has been said about Tyronn Lue and what he has been able to do with this Los Angeles Clippers team from a mental perspective, from a mental fortitude perspective. I don't know how you could tell a star basketball player to play better, but I think you have to tap into their mentality when things aren't going so well, or you have to be able to like really inspire a team. And I think Ty Lue is doing a great job with the LA Clippers to win that game and get rid of the #1 seed in the West without one of your best player, basically what was considered to be your best player on the squad. Phenomenal job. So congratulations to the Clippers going to their first ever Western Conference Finals in their history. Can you believe that sounds crazy? That
does sound crazy. Also, for the record, they started that series today and they took an L. Them Clippers did. They lost by 6, 120 to 114 to Phoenix. Now, this is the 3rd series in a row that the Clippers will lose their first game of the series. I don't know if they want to go down 0-2 and try to fight back, especially if they're not going to get Kawhi for this entire season, for this entire series. Yeah, they just did it, but I don't know if that's a recipe that you just want to keep on following, especially knowing.
Will they get Kawhi back, or is it done? He's done.
We don't know, but we do suspect that Phoenix, who played without their superstar and Chris Paul, will get Chris Paul back at some point in this series because he's not dealing with an injury. He's dealing with a COVID situation, but according to what I read, he's been vaccinated. They have not released the timeline. I don't know why the NBA won't update their coronavirus regulations and mirror what the CDC is saying out here. But, it is what it is, man. So, but yeah, that game went down. And shout out to Devin Booker, who balled out of his mind today. The boy had a 40-point triple-double, 44 points, I should say. Played a bunch of minutes today and went crazy. So, but yeah, Paul George, it's not to be lost. Paul George definitely is going to get his kudos, especially if he can make this series competitive, which, based on what they did the last couple of series, we should be able to expect that. Your first game on the road in the playoffs, you don't really have a high chance of winning that game anyway.
But let me give an honorable mention to Donovan Mitchell, who balled out. You know what I mean? He's a stud. Would you say he's a superstar in this league?
I say I don't really know, man, because it seems like all the superstars.
It's hard to be a superstar when you're in Utah.
Yeah,
it's like we don't care about the Utah Jazz.
Yeah, especially when you're not playing.
Do you know any Utah Jazz fans?
I used to be a Utah Jazz fan back when I was hating on Michael Jordan. I was rooting for Stockton.
I knew it. I should not have asked the light skinned dude.
I was definitely rooting
for Utah Jazz fan.
And Michael's
no, you weren't. No.
I was rooting for.
Understand? No, that doesn't qualify.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
I'm Wales. Have you been a Utah Jazz fan?
No.
You have Utah Jazz jerseys.
I don't have any. I have one.
Your favorite player played for the Utah Jazz.
No.
That's never happened in the history of my life. So this Utah Jazz thing here, man, even you got to go back to Stockton and Karl Malone.
Yeah.
I mean, you had to give them their props, but you didn't really like them like that. You know what I mean? So it's just this Utah Jazz thing.
On John Stockton,
Mitchell, get out of there.
Stockton was good, but Donovan Mitchell is going to be a stud. I don't know if you saw Stephen A. Smith of ESPN already said that Donovan Mitchell is the biggest superstar Utah has ever had,
and he needs to get out of Utah. He's in
so you on that team?
I'm gonna be one of those guys.
Yeah. Didn't you hate that when people said that about LeBron?
Yep.
Yeah, I hated it. But
I'm gonna say it about Utah.
All right, man. We got a lot to get to.
But here's the thing. But before we go off the Utah thing, the thing we've heard little rumblings and things from players about how the fans react to
that racism,
players of color in Utah.
It's
you
Utah.
You never heard that in Cleveland.
Nah,
So
Boston, Utah. That's what you hear.
Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah.
Get off the plantation. No, I'm just playing. Anyway, move on. We going on. What we moving on to? I'm sorry.
I don't know. I know you got a lengthy video, so we need to get on that subject. That's what we need to do.
Let's get it on. So last week I was able to attend Jarvis Landry's celebrity softball game, and I'm gonna roll the footage of that right now. No more talking, just roll it.
What's going on? DJ Hazmat here. We are 216, and right now I am at the Jarvis Landry Celebrity Softball game out here in East Lake, y'all. We at the Lake Erie Captain's beautiful facility. It's a beautiful day, and everybody is back outside. Everybody outside. You need to be outside. I'm bringing you the exclusive. You know what we're going to do. We're going to get all behind the scenes. We're going to talk to some of the celebrity players. We're going to talk to the Browns. We're going to interview some people and the fans out here. We're going to have a good time and hang out and just bring it to you. We are 216 style. You know what it is. Let's go. Trying to get y'all that exclusive access. As you can see right over there is the players only access, and it's guarded heavily by a big guard dog over there. We're gonna see if we can get past and get y'all some exclusive up close and personal with the players. I ain't making no guarantees, but we're gonna try and make it happen.
What's poppin'?
Yo, got DJ Steph Floss in the building. What's good?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right, man.
You decked out in your Browns gear. You couldn't wait for this.
Hey, look, you know, I had to get my own jersey. You know what I'm saying? Put my name on the back. They gonna make me an official Brown this year. I guarantee.
Listen, man. Listen. I thought I was gonna be in the same boat until I was just back there, and Myles Garrett just walked by me, and I said, you know what? Me deciding to stop playing football and become a DJ was probably the best decision.
I'm not even talking about being an official member like Mac, because Mac Wilson is. This is a linebacker. I'm talking about just being a part of the team. Team is part of the team.
Listen, this is crazy because I played linebacker in high school, so.
We're definitely stand next to each other.
We're definitely not the same size.
This is Mac Wilson, number 51, unless he changed it. You ain't changing it?
No, I ain't changing it.
How you feeling, man? I mean, you know, a lot of fans are anticipating a successful season, man. What's the feeling going on, and right now?
We really just working, bro. Like, you know, just taking it one day at a time, working. We ain't looking ahead right now, so we focusing on OTAs next week. Focus on training camp, then, you know, gonna take it one day at a time.
Man, I love to hear that. You don't understand, because I'm a diehard. And you know what I'm saying? We don't need to be barking all out right now. We about that business, like Kevin Stefanski said, about that work, right?
Yes, sir. No doubt.
Yes, sir. Well, we'd love having you as a part of the team, man. You gonna get out there on the field today?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
You gonna put one out the park?
I'm gonna try. I ain't played since I was about 14, so I'm gonna try.
You ever hit a home run?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. We're going to see if Mac Wilson put one over the fence, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, for sure.
And good luck this season.
Yep.
Right now, we got somebody who's on the roster going to play in the game. It's professional wrestler Wardlow from Elite Wrestling on TNT. What's up, man?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right, man. So did you come out here to body slam a ball out the park?
Today, it doesn't matter who is on the opposing team. Wardlow and my team are crushing the competition today. Winning is all I know, so that's what I'm here to do tonight.
Yeah, Wardlow. Make sure you check him out. Elite Wrestling on TNT.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you. Go Browns.
Yes, sir. Go Browns.
take place. Right now, I got the warden, D-Ward. What's happening, my boy?
Oh, man, how you feeling? How you feeling?
Man, my bro, you know, as a fan and a media specialist, we super excited. You guys did a hell of a job last year going 11-5, so we just anticipating and pumped. I know you don't want to make no predictions or nothing, but just let us know, what are the bros feeling like, you know, saying now that we're coming back to training camp?
Man, guys are excited. Guys ready to get back. Everybody's starting to come in now. We got mandatory mini camp coming in, so just getting all the guys back to playing and getting together. So everybody excited, fun, ready to go.
How's it gonna feel to be back in front of the fans, the full fans?
Man, I can't wait. It was hard going to stadiums with empty stadiums, no fans in there, just trying to get the energy up. So definitely looking forward to the fans getting back.
So how you feeling? How's everybody feeling? That's what we want to know. Is everybody coming back healthy? We gonna have our full starting squad out there on defense?
That's the sense I'm getting. So be ready. Everybody coming back healthy. Everybody gonna be good. So it's gonna be special this year.
I appreciate you, man. Hey, and I don't know if you got any rap skills, man, but you know I'll be putting down them bars about y'all every single week.
Not like you, man. I ain't got them like you.
Man, listen, I'd love for you to come down and, you know, spit a couple on one of the joints.
Hey, I'm gonna hold you. I might come down and check you out.
That's what's up, man. I'm gonna hold him to it. He gonna come down, get on one of the joints. Denzel Ward, aka the Warden, number 21, locking it down. Appreciate you.
For sure. Appreciate it, bro.
Peter Carfagna and my wife Rita. Carfagna.
And they are a couple of the owners of the Lake Erie Captains, ladies and gentlemen. And it's a pleasure to meet you guys, and thank y'all for having us.
Absolutely. No, we've been co-owners with our family members since 2003. Yep. We own and operate the facility, and we're the Indians affiliate, High A, and this is like the highlight of the year for us because we're huge Browns fans.
So this is just an awesome event. Are y'all enjoying yourself?
Oh, yeah. It's so exciting. I mean, the buzz out there is amazing.
So, and the stadium is amazing. It looks beautiful.
Thank you. It's 7,500 people be here today.
Wow.
7,500, which the fire department limits us to that. But we may go to 76. Don't tell them.
Don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell the fire marshal. We want to keep the party going. That's what we want. So I know I've talked to a few players, and they don't necessarily want to make a prediction. But what do you guys think the Browns?
All the way, man. All the way.
Champs.
This is it. This is it. It's our turn. It's our turn.
You heard it from the owners of the Lake Erie Captains. We thank you guys so much.
Thank you. Thank you. It's great to be with you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Have fun today, too.
Yes, sir. You know what it is. We are 216. I'm giving you that exclusive. DJ Hazmat in here at batting practice. That's how exclusive we are. And right now, we got number 6, Baker Mayfield, showing you what he got, what kind of smoke he working with over there with the bat in his hand, because it's the Jarvis Landry Celebrity Softball game. We're going to see if Baker Mayfield can take one out the park out here at Lake Erie Captains Park, man.
Here for Jarvis Landry, Building Winners Foundation. Came for the kids, but also came to win this home run derby.
I hear that. I'm DJ Hazmat with David Njoku. He out here like he about to smack a few out the park. What's going on?
I'm going to smack a few out the fucking park. Excuse my language, but that's what's going to happen.
Hey, your language is cool with me, bro. I mean, and I hope you're taking that same attitude into the 2021 season with the Browns.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah?
Absolutely. It's go time.
We ready? Is that what it is?
We ready, baby. Let's do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm with comedian Watch Jazzy.
What's poppin'?
Yeah, y'all see Jazzy all over Instagram making you laugh and making all kind of videos and encouraging ladies to get in the gym.
That's right. Get your ass in the gym, y'all. It's the year of the bad bitch. I said it first.
Yep. She is definitely leading by example. But you are hilarious.
Thank you so much.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
So does that, I know that's got to intimidate guys from coming up because you're
Oh,
beautiful.
Yeah. Thank you.
But if a guy try to holler at you and it don't come off right, you going to clown him.
What I say, for everybody trying to shoot their shot, just don't do it. At the end of the day, like, come on now. You think I ain't got somebody? Somebody got somebody. Let me
Okay. You've been to Cleveland before. Now you back out here in the land.
Yeah, I had a show here. It was really dope. I had it at the Cleveland Improv. I haven't been here in years though, but I'm excited. I'm excited to just meet people, hang out, and just.
So are you playing in the game?
You know what? I was. I was, and then I realized that I'm not. So I'm not, but I am doing the after party.
It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit.
Oh, listen, ain't no party like a Watch Jazzy party because I'm not one of them girls that just sits down on the couch. I turn up.
Do you like football?
I do like football.
Do you have a favorite team?
I'm from Florida, so I feel like I rock everything Florida. I don't want to say I have a favorite team though, but I'm here for the weekend, so I'm with the Browns.
Okay, all right.
His name's Brown, so.
Well, that's what's up, Jazzy Brown. Make sure y'all follow her on Instagram at Watch Jazzy. Is there
That's
underscore
right.
in there?
Nope,
anywhere?
no underscore.
Watch Jazzy. She gonna make you laugh. She gonna show you how to work out, get in that gym.
That's right. I'm also gonna boost your confidence. Listen to me, I got plenty of sense, okay? And then I'm also going back on the road, so make sure you guys just stay tuned and check in. Listen to my radio show on Sirius XM, The Ladies Room, every Monday and Wednesday. It's lit.
Right now, we got Herb Smith from the Minnesota Vikings.
Yes, sir.
And, of course, Mr. Jedrick Wills from the Cleveland Browns.
Know the vibes.
Mr. Left Tackle, protecting Baker Mayfield's blind side.
Facts.
Facts.
Big old facts.
How do you feel to get that first crack back, that remix, that run it back at the Kansas City Chiefs first week?
Yeah, it's gonna be a great atmosphere. We got some new pieces to the team this year, but same players, same staff, a couple new additions, and back in Kansas City week 1, so it should be a great matchup.
What about, I know you for the Minnesota Vikings, but you out here in the land. Is he showing you a good time? You seem like this is your host for the Eagles.
Oh yeah, most definitely. You know, Jed, my boy, we've been rocking for since we was at Bama. So it's cool to see the love that he gets out here too. Because at the end of the day, it's my boy, and I'm here to support him and Jarvis and what's going on.
Well, we appreciate y'all doing this. Now, on the baseball tip, has any of y'all had prior baseball experience?
Not for real. I mean,
about 10 years ago.
Yeah, coach pitched for me. Baseball is too slow.
So what you think you're gonna do when you get out there? You gonna get out? You gonna knock one out the park? Is anybody doing home run derby? What's happening?
I mean, we athletes, so at the end of the day, we're going to compete and we're going to have fun. So that's all that matters.
Hand-eye coordination is what I'm relying on, and athletic ability, that's it.
So are there any wagers? Which team are y'all on? Team Jarvis?
We on Team Jarvis. We ain't had no wages. I don't think anybody put any wages on baseball right now.
Yeah, maybe the home run derby or something. We might have to put something in there, make it a little fun.
Now, don't nobody trip over no bag or nothing when you get out there.
I got a day 1 contract. 1 day, that's it. 1 day contract and I'm done.
Okay. Great vibe.
Well, y'all enjoy yourselves. Oh, wait a minute, look who just stepped in the building. Come on, man. You know what I'm talking about. Kareem Hunt, one of the dynamic duo backfield we got going on this year, man. What's happening?
Out here supporting Jarvis, at his event.
That's what's up, man. And we right next to your home. You grew up like right next door, right?
Dude, I done scored touchdowns on this baseball field.
Yeah.
I done played on it before.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, we are so happy to have you as a Brown man, because I'm not just a media person, I'm a fan. So, we was pumped to see y'all do what y'all did, especially the way y'all rock Pittsburgh, man. And, I make a song every week, a rap song about every game, every week. And I need somebody to come through and spit some bars. Anybody, you got bars?
Hey, man, I do a little 1-2 here and there.
You got anything for me right now?
Man, you ain't got no beats for me right now.
I beatbox, it's old school.
Oh, man, I'm good.
I appreciate you stopping through for a second, man, and good luck. You gonna hit a home run today?
Oh, for sure. Got to.
Okay.
But thanks, bro. All right, man.
Kareem Hunt in the
Yes,
building.
sir.
We are 216. You know how we holding it down, getting that exclusive, baby. I'm DJ Hazmat. I told you I'll bring y'all the exclusive. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, look who I have here with me, man. I have Ray Brisby, the first Hall of Fame fan. This man is in the Hall of Fame as a Browns fan because he is the Hall of Fame Browns fan. What's up, my bro?
Hey, how y'all doing, man? Just out here enjoying the day.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So let me ask you about the draft day experience, because they brought you out, right?
Yeah.
For the draft.
Yeah,
What was that like to be like right up there and for that event?
Well, the thing is, it caught me by surprise because initially I didn't know where the seats were going to be at. Mm-hmm. So when they was escorting us, I was like, well, wait a minute, we behind the stage.
Yeah.
And then I seen when Jarvis and them came out, I'm like,
I was like from here to him. That's how close we were. So, I mean, it was amazing. This is just, you know what? This whole year has just been one amazing event after another.
And we're gonna cap it off with what type of season?
You heard it from me. 16-1.
16-1.
Yeah, we're gonna lose somewhere in there, and it don't matter. But see, probably what's gonna happen, we probably gonna jump out to like a 9-0, and then that one loss to bring them back down to earth, and then we're gonna run the table after that.
Okay.
Right into the Super Bowl.
Hey, dude, I'm not gonna argue with 16-1 ever. If that's what you feel.
One loss, that's it.
Coming from a Hall of Fame fan, thank you, Mr. Ray Brisby.
Hey, I appreciate you. I love you. That'll be good.
Hey, that's what's up. We are 216, bringing you exclusive. You know what it is. What's going on? DJ Hazmat right here. We are 216 signing off, man. Had a wonderful time hanging out at Jarvis Landry's celebrity softball game, which is a charity event for his charitable organization. It's called Building Winners. So thank you to Jarvis Landry. Thank you to all the players, Browns players, Raiders players, Vikings players. We even had Jada Kiss out here, y'all, and we brought you the exclusive. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what we're going to do every single time, man. We signing off from out here at Classic Park out here in East Lake. Lake Erie Captains, shout out to them and the owners. Thank you for having us. We are 216. We see you next time.
Whoa.
My goodness, man. Who didn't you run into out there?
I mean, you never know, man. And I didn't expect that, to be honest, this is something I'm gonna be honest with you, Matty Wills. I've been a finagler all my life. I ain't gonna lie. Even before I ever worked in radio, I was finagling my way backstage, being in the mix and getting myself in position to be around the stars of the show all the time. So I'm just, you got to kind of grind when you get in, I was giving a media pass, we go in. So we just working it, man. So I'm just thankful I was able to even get up and close and personal with those guys, man. It's a humbling experience when you actually get there. And then when you see it because, these guys get talked about on TV every single day, which we'll get into in the GTFOH segment. But it was just awesome, man. So I always appreciate those experiences.
Definitely put together very well. A lot of dope interviews. I will say this. Me and you are about the same height. I generally think that we're a couple of tall guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That video, I don't feel so tall anymore, man.
Right.
I don't feel so tall anymore.
You saw me standing next to Mac Wilson?
Yeah, man.
I'm 6'1".
Yeah.
I'm 6'1", 195. That's me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Mac Wilson, you saw Steph Floss talking about he played football.
Yeah, say he was a linebacker in high school. And Mac
Shout out to
next
Steph
to Mac.
Floss. Thank you
sure.
for being a part of that. And so, but for him to say and then like I had to immediately like, what? You know what I mean? So I'm looking at the difference between a high school linebacker and an NFL linebacker.
Yeah,
That's
big difference.
a huge difference.
I had no idea. Mac Wilson looks humongous. I had no idea he was that large of a man.
He's large, man. I'm sorry. Am I sipping on?
But dope video for sure, man.
Father's
It looked
Day.
like
Happy
a fun
Father's
time. And happy Father's Day to everybody out there for sure. Let's get to our GTFOH, man. I don't think we got to talk. It's nothing is going on in baseball worth talking about, man. Let's get to where we need to be. I'll go first because mine is.
Wait. We can't set the GTFOH off unless we got the
tripping.
Oh man, you know what? I'm sorry, I'm slacking. I ain't had that.
Ozzy said the video was fire, man. Appreciate you, Ozzy. Thank you for
Ozzy.
watching, bro.
Thank you. We appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? But we
shout out to
that. We can't do
editors.
Yes. Shout out to my guy. That's MF Productions. That's our production company that we started. Myself and Kevin Bailey. He's our videographer. So shout out to him for getting all the footage, and we sat down together and edited it together and got the footage together. So, you know, we trying to do some things. We trying to look professional. That's all we trying to do.
That was dope.
You know
for sure.
So,
for
like
sure.
you said, it's time for what?
Drop it.
I'm trying, man.
He's looking for it. Wow. Well, with that being said, man, I'll say a little bit.
Go, man. I got a stupid. This is not acting right.
You're not gonna. You don't got it. All right. It's all good.
I do have it.
We'll find it.
Go ahead.
All right. Well. All right. It's all good.
It's not that I can't find it.
It's all good. It's all good.
I got
every week we do GTFOH. Right. Has my have to look for. The Z1079 just posted on our video. Has might have to GTFOH for not being able to find that that audio right there. But it means get the F out of here. And we just dedicate this segment to somebody who we think in the previous week needs to GTFOH. And I'm going to go, and this may not be fair, but I'm so over this dude's personality. Now, granted, okay, let's rewind. Obviously, I'm talking about Kyrie Irving, okay? Obviously, I cannot slight Kyrie for taking the stances that he's taken on things, magnitudes of social justice issues and things like that. Of course, I can't be mad at him for taking his stance for things of that nature. But when you're a professional basketball player, not only are you a professional basketball player, but a superstar in the league, someone with the skill set where people could say, like, when you talk about just overall scoring ability skill in the NBA, Kyrie Irving might be a top 5 player. But time after time, going all the way back to 2015, when he blew his knee out in game 1 of the NBA Finals, he cost us that championship. Then he came back, he hit the miracle shot in game 7 of
Matt the full 16
of the 2016 NBA Finals. But this is my point. Kyrie Irving repeatedly misses time when it's the biggest moment for his team of the year, and then he leaves the city disgruntled. He left Cleveland disgruntled because he didn't want to play little brother to LeBron James. He left Boston disgruntled. I don't even really know why he left Boston disgruntled. He just didn't like it there. He's in Brooklyn. He finally has what he wants. He finally has a chance to play with 2 other superstars and be a favorite to win the NBA championship. And where is he at? On the bench in street clothes in game 7. James Harden was out there with a grade 2 hamstring pull, and he fought through it and he played. And I'm not saying that Kyrie, if you can't play, you can't play. But when do we just take a step back and say, all right, bro, maybe this is your legacy? Kyrie Irving not being available in game 7, he can GTFOH, man. And he don't play for my team anymore, but still, GTFOH. Now I might be rooting for Milwaukee, depending on what happened in this Sixers game right now.
And now I realize why I don't have my sound, because I just had to do a gig and I took some cables that were attached to the computer that produces the sound, and I didn't bring that cable back and connect it again. So that's why the sound didn't come through the speaker.
All right.
I can get it right now if you want me to.
I think our producers would rather you just go ahead and do your GTFO.
I'd like to respond to your thing.
For sure.
I don't know if you've ever sprained an ankle in the manner in which Kyrie Irving
Listen, I'm not a professional athlete.
And neither am I. But I definitely have sprained an ankle in the manner in which he has sprained an ankle. And let me tell you something. When it happened, I knew it was a wrap. He wasn't playing no more. It's a freak accident. I'm sorry. It's messed up that it happened. He landed awkwardly on that foot. But when that ankle turns and you put the bulk of the weight of your body on this pretending this is your foot, this is your ankle,
Dr.
and you turn that thing,
yes,
and you put the bulk of the weight here instead of on the base of your foot. I did that, sir.
I'm sure he's hurting.
And that is one of the most painful things you will ever experience in your lower extremities. So it's unfortunate that it happened, but I'm not going to dog Kyrie for that freak accident happening, because when you turn, like, you never can like predict the turning of an ankle, sir.
For sure. And I agree. And I don't mean to be too hard on Kyrie, but my point,
it's too late.
But my point is more of his overall career here. Every other year we're saying, oh, well, he just did this. It was a freak accident. Oh, let's just give him another pass. It was, he was just, oh, it's just Kyrie. He just, nah, man. It's game 7. Where you at, bruh? It's been game 5s and 6s and 7s in the past for different franchises, and then he sits up and says, you know what? I don't want to play for this team anymore. I'm out of here. But you're the one always hurt, Kyrie. Maybe I'm holding on to the pain that he inflicted on my franchise when he decided not to be the Robin to LeBron's Batman anymore, effectively making LeBron have to leave again and sent us on another downward spiral here as this organization. So for all that being said, yeah, a little bit of sympathy for Kyrie. Yeah, I know it was a freak accident, but he can still get the F out of here, man, because it's going to happen again next year and the year after that. Get the F out of here.
And like you said, you're not an athlete. So let me get to my part of the GTFOH. So now we understand that Baker Mayfield, along with anybody that was drafted in his draft class, Baker Mayfield, Denzel Ward, Nick Chubb, and on other teams, Lamar Jackson, anybody who was a rookie in the same year that Baker Mayfield was drafted, are up. It's time to consider whether you're going to extend their contract or not.
Big payday's coming around.
Right. So you have the option to extend the contract now, or you can just let them play this year and then think about extending it after this year.
Right.
But my GTFOH goes to Mike Tannenbaum.
Okay.
Or should I say Tannenbitch, who is just roll the tape. This is what he said about whether you should extend Baker Mayfield. After he massaged Lamar Jackson's jewels, he said this. Go ahead, roll that.
Field, they still have essentially 3 more years. This year, next year, they can always franchise him. He was only 20th in QBR in drop back passing. He has really just an above average skill set. And Kevin Stefanski, the head coach of the Browns, when he was the offensive coordinator in Minnesota, won with other players like Case Keenum and Kirk Cousins. If I'm the Browns, I allocate some of that money right now to guys like Nick Chubb, Denzel Ward. I would not sign Baker Mayfield.
Well,
that's the dumbest thing I've heard in quite some time.
This is and to give it a little bit of context, this was after he went on and on about Baltimore should go ahead and sign and extend Lamar Jackson, because Lamar Jackson has shown that he is this and he is that. And what is it about these media people when it comes to Baker Mayfield?
Sounds like an idiot.
I'm just saying, what is Lamar Jackson? Okay, Lamar Jackson did win an MVP, and I'm not going to take that away from him. You know what I'm saying? But as far as your trek to winning a Super Bowl, what has he done that is significantly better than Baker Mayfield when it comes to that?
Yeah.
Both of them have combined one playoff victory. Though Lamar Jackson has been to the playoffs before Baker Mayfield got his first playoff experience, they both have the same amount of playoff wins.
Right.
And Lamar Jackson, I'm sorry, Baker Mayfield wasn't the one that threw a pick 6 in a playoff game. Baker Mayfield, we came up on the short end of the stick when it came to playing against the Kansas City Chiefs, who everybody thinks is invincible, and they can't.
Hey, they kind of are.
You know what I'm saying? And that guy that I was standing next to, Mac Wilson, dumped him on his head and had him had a Patrick Mahomes woozy in that game.
Yeah.
I mean, you see why? You see how big this dude is. So I'm just saying, the Browns, we're here, man. And I'm just sick of the disrespect. I'm sick of the automatic disrespect that they have. It's just like, I don't even need to speak. I have another video that will speak to what I'm trying to say. Roll this next video.
Break. Can we please look at what he has dealt with since coming into the league? I know no situation is easy, but come on. The guy had Hugh Jackson and Todd Haley. What? Come on. Okay, then he goes to Freddie Kitchens, and now he's got Kevin Stefanski. This is the first offseason where Baker has had the same coaching staff. So give the guy, cut him some slack. And I just looked during the break, I just looked at all 32, who are the starting QBs in the league. I would take Baker over 19 of those guys. I understand you can look at stats and everything, but compare Baker to every other QB. There aren't a lot of other QBs that I would rather have instead of Baker. So, but I see I'm not going to change Mike's mind because he's just dug in on this.
No, what she should have said is he's just a bitch hater. Okay, thank you, Kimberly Martin, for coming to the defense of our quarterback. So I don't want to make it seem like nobody ever supports our cause, right. But you have a lot of guys out there who just immediately just dismiss Baker Mayfield. How could you say this about this man? You compare
I think a lot of it too has to do with it. Just the Browns have haters out there. The Browns had this incredibly long period where we were the butt of every football joke that you can imagine, right? And we're just now coming out of that. But even I heard Jeff Saturday a few weeks ago, listening to one of the national broadcasts, and they were picking teams to come out of the AFC North, and he was the only one that didn't pick. Well, he might not have been the only one, but he had the Browns third, still behind Pittsburgh. His reasoning was,
who was this?
Jeff Saturday, former center for Indianapolis. I think he works for ESPN. I'm not sure which network he works for, but his reasoning for having the Browns third was because of our history. He said they're the Browns. I got to see it first. So they're not. Some of them aren't even using real football analysis. They're just saying, "Oh, that's the Browns." So whatever Tenenbaum or whatever. I feel like he was just hating on the Browns quarterbacking situation. And your point has, when you talk about quarterback skill sets and you talk about longevity as being a starter in the NFL, I would say that Baker's skill sets mirror more of what a real NFL quarterback actually looks like over Lamar Jackson, because Lamar Jackson, yes, he's a dynamic athlete, former MVP. He's also the passer on one of the worst passing attacks in the NFL. That's factual. Their receivers have the least amount of yards, at least last year, in the entire NFL. So I don't want to hear that. Baker, as Ms. Martin stated, played with Hugh, played with Freddie, kept switching, didn't really have real wide receivers. Now he's got wide receivers last year. He had a successful year in that
mix.
There
was a successful year
for sure
within the
turmoil,
front office turmoil. So I just think, come on, man. I know people say you can't count what they did in college. Yes, you can. You can count the type of player you are. You can count their resilience. You can count the type of leadership that they had. You can count all that. Because if you watch the movie Draft Day, you remember the movie Draft Day?
I've seen most of it.
Do you remember what it was about, really? Do you remember the message?
What? No. Why don't you just tell us, Az?
Man, so it was all about the Cleveland Browns. It was Seattle who had the first pick in the draft. The Browns traded up. He sold the farm to get the first pick in the draft because they were going to draft this quarterback that was coming out. And Kevin Costner had a gut feeling that he wasn't the guy. No matter what his attributes were, whatever this was, it was more about his ability to connect to the team, his ability to be a leader, his ability to, there was a part in the storyline that convinced him, where they found out that there was a party thrown for him when he was in college and none of the players showed up. If Baker Mayfield throws a party, everybody's showing up.
And you better get me a ticket because you're plugged in.
You know what I'm saying? The players don't hate Baker.
No,
they follow Baker.
We got a team. We got a team.
We have a quarterback. That's the
quarterback. We have a coach. We have a true foundation of a winning franchise for the next decade. Honestly, if you want to think about it, you run the ball. You got good coaching. You got competent quarterback. You should be okay in the NFL. We have a great
team, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to find out. We're going to be representing that team more so than ever this season without letting out any secrets. Let me tell you something, bro. We didn't get into the Juneteenth, which was yesterday. So I want to say happy Juneteenth.
Happy Juneteenth to you.
You had a great festival. We just touched on it briefly. It was a great festival yesterday, the Freedom Fest downtown Cleveland, put on by Metro Health Cleveland. I was the host and MC. I was there all day long, but it was a fantastic event. It rained a little bit, but that was a scattered shower day. We had mostly clear day through there. Kids came out. So when they do it next year, I expect y'all to be there. We were at Marcy, right across from the convention center, and it was awesome, man. Pretty performances, and they had fireworks afterwards. If you want to see some of the fireworks, I've posted clips and everything on my Instagram at HeyHas with the number 1 behind it, and on my Facebook page. So if you missed the Juneteenth celebration, great. Now, saying that, thank you for Juneteenth, but I need some police reform, and I need you to do something about this systemic racism.
And reparations. I'll take some of those as well.
We've been celebrating Juneteenth for almost 140 years. We didn't need y'all to make, you know, saying now that the white people are going to get paid, get a paid holiday off. We're going to need y'all to dig
even think about that.
And get some, you know what I'm saying, do something about
that's funny
what's happening to our community in this country. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to continue to celebrate Juneteenth, and thank you for making it a national holiday, because we can make it bigger and better than ever. I think it'll be way more. It was thousands of people down there just throughout the day this time, but next year I expect more. So Juneteenth, baby.
Dope.
Even though that was 2 years after we actually were supposed to be free. I don't want to go into all that.
I'm sure we can do another hour on that if we wanted to, but I think this is a perfect place to wrap for this week. The game that's going on right now, Game 7 of Philly and Atlanta, they're about 40 seconds away from halftime. Atlanta is up 1. Trae Young's out there dancing. Looks like he's playing really well. But shout out to, you know, first of all, happy Juneteenth.
You know, we should have did a GTFOH to Ben Simmons, because he can't shoot a free throw to save his life.
Nah, he can't.
And this guy was drafted number 1 overall. Yeah. Get your light-skinned brother, man.
Yeah. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to shoot free throws. And Doc isn't making them.
He might be one of the suckiest. Well, not the suckiest, but
he was the runner-up to Defensive Player of the Year. But we can talk about that.
And you were the number 1 overall pick, bro. You got to score more than you do. I'm sorry, Ben.
I agree. Also, I bought myself a PlayStation 5 for Father's Day. So I
care about your PlayStation 5.
I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to that here in a second.
You bought yourself one for Father's Day? Why didn't somebody else get it for you for Father's Day?
I got a TV, so I can't be mad. I can't ask for somebody to buy me a PlayStation 5.
Yes, you can.
I'm the breadwinner here, man. Don't give me in no fight.
So that is exactly why you could ask somebody to buy you a PlayStation 5. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want a PlayStation 5, but if I wanted a PlayStation 5, I think one might have showed up.
Okay,
but
well, you got
what's going
kudos to you, big dog.
Get your stepchildren, man. No, here's
my oldest is about to get a job, so we'll see.
Here's what I got for Father's Day. I got some Beats. I got some Beats by Dre. What they call them? Earbuds.
Headphones?
Wireless earbuds.
Okay. Why don't you get AirPods?
I don't know the difference. I'm 50.
You're talking to me. Okay. Hey, that's a great comeback for that. Well, congrats, man. Welcome to the 2021. It changed your life, bro.
It sound good to me.
I can't pick up my phone unless I know where my AirPods are.
I don't have to connect them to the phone though.
Yeah. Yes. Congratulations. Welcome to 2021. Are you talking about Bluetooth? Bro, we gotta go, man.
They are Bluetooth.
All right, congratulations.
They're not the individual ones that look like lights on your ears, like I'm in Star Trek or something. They do still have a cable that connects the two of them, so I probably have to lay that back here or whatever. But I don't care, man. They sound good. I'm glad that I don't got to plug into the phone anymore. I'm 50. I'm a simple man. I don't need Bluetooth. I don't need Star Trek yet.
I'll explain Bluetooth to you next week, man. Can we do the close so we can go?
I'm DJ Hazmat. We out of here.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for the comments.
Thank you. Peace. Later.
Happy Juneteenth.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.